Hello, I'm Karen Elgersma at the London Chef, and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. On today's show, a young inventor whose latest gadget has gotten her some international attention. We take a visit to the O'Keefe Ranch in Vernon, and Dan Kahn talks to you about winning the lottery. All that and more on Go Island.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
Hello, thank you so much for joining us on Go Island, the show that inspires you to live your best life right here on the West Coast on beautiful Vancouver Island. And one of the ways that we do that is by having experts like Dan Hayes from London Chef teach you how you can create culinary art in your very own kitchen. Hey Dan.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic, how are you?
Really, really good. Having a great summer?
Amazing summer, but I need some inspiration for my outdoor cooking. If I barbecue the same chicken again in the same recipe, my family's gonna, they're just gonna leave me for Mr. Noodle.
If you're staying at home and you want burgers and sausages, which is wonderful, how do you sort of make them a little bit more interesting?
Exactly, that is the million-dollar question. How do you take the same old and make it interesting? Comfort food with a twist.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, the best thing is on every single table for a barbecue, there's mayonnaise and there's ketchup, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you know, out of a bottle, it's a bit horrendous, isn't it?
It is, it's
so,
wrong.
Yeah, so what about making? Why don't we make a spiced ketchup, a mustard mayonnaise, and a beer caramelized onion?
Okay, so what are we doing first?
Let's do the mayonnaise first.
Okay.
Easy,
excellent.
quick, we'll get it out of the way.
Okay, let's
Good.
do it.
So, we need eggs.
Eggs. And there's lots of fresh farm eggs right now, oh my gosh.
All we want to do to begin with is egg yolks. You know, the egg whites, of course, you could save. If you wanted to make a pavlova, that's a very summery thing. You could save and do that. We're being a bit naughty today because we're in a rush, so we're not. Simple and easy.
How many are in here, like 6 or 7?
6 or 7 egg yolks.
Okay, perfect.
More or less, I think.
Okay.
Some mustard.
Dijon mustard.
Dijon mustard. So let's pop some Dijon mustard in there.
Okay.
Put a lot or a little bit?
I'm thinking medium.
Medium. Let's go medium.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, some Dijon mustard. Where's the salt from?
Vancouver Island sea salt, because why, Dan Hayes?
Because we're on an island in the middle of the ocean, why would we use anything else? You can be the blender.
Okay.
How's that?
All right, so.
You can be in charge of blending. And then all we do is, have you made mayonnaise before?
With you once before.
Oh, with
yes.
me once?
Yes, you and Andrew, I think, actually, we were making
All we're going to do is add a neutral oil. Something like canola oil works really, really, really well.
It's really fun.
What we're forming is an emulsification.
Nice. Look how beautiful it is.
Is it getting thick?
It's getting beautifully thick.
Just finish off a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Just for, you know, not for the body, almost for seasoning.
Gotcha.
And there, madame, is mayonnaise.
Wow.
Is that nice?
So good. I would love that on salmon.
Some new potatoes, nugget potatoes. Cooked,
Daily farm
cool
potatoes.
them down.
Yeah.
Fold them through a bit of that with some nice herbs.
Oh.
How about on a burger?
Oh yeah, see, and that's the thing. You could put it out, and people could put this on the on their barbecued burger just as it gets off. It's beautiful.
On a sausage sandwich.
That would be good.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Okay, so what are we gonna make next? We have a story coming up, but just to tease people, what's the next thing we're gonna make?
Spiced tomato ketchup.
Ooh, spiced tomato ketchup. So we're gonna make that in just a moment. But first, as we are in the kitchen inventing, a 15-year-old Victoria girl did a little invention of herself. She invented a flashlight that actually turns on, powered by the warmth of your body. How cool is that? Well, it's so cool that she actually got selected for the big Google Science Fair contest, the world's, yes, and she's headed off to California, and our very own Paul Balstein caught up with her. She is such a cool kid. 15!
Amazing.
Okay, 15 years old and already inventing something that potentially could be marketable. I want to be her best friend because I think she's going to be a millionaire.
Yeah, I know. Great Christmas present.
I tell you. Welcome back to Go Island. We're here at the London Chef we're getting ideas on things that you can create that will help you make your barbecue experience that much more exciting, because we all get bored of the mustard and the barbecue sauce from the grocery store. So we've done a mayo, and now we're going to do our own ketchup.
But you know, we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're making mayonnaise, we're making ketchup.
Yeah.
But we're just doing something that's homemade. And let's face it, mums and dads don't always want their kids eating, you know, ketchup out of a bottle. What the hell goes in that stuff? No one's really sure.
I know, and you know the first ingredients is always sugar, and the second one is sugar, and the third one is sugar. Yeah.
So, you know, we're making something, we know what's going into it.
Yeah.
And this is adult ketchup.
I know.
This is the real deal.
This is the real deal. Okay.
We want to start with some onion.
Okay.
Just a little bit of onion. And do you remember that sexy word for what a diced onion is called?
No. I know, I'm blanking. I'm just too...
Just blink, just flutter your eyelids and all will be okay. Brunoise.
Ah, right.
Brunoise.
I love it when he talks dirty to me in the kitchen. Okay.
Remember, we cut down it like this.
Yes.
Turn it round, and then...
Look how easy that is.
You get that lovely...
Okay, you need to PBR that, because
little dice of that,
just,
you know?
that is the way to cut an onion.
So while they're cooking, some tomatoes, of course.
Of course. The star of the ketchup show.
The star of the ketchup show is tomatoes. And we're just going to cut these up.
I call them tomatoes. What do you call them, Dan?
I call them tomatoes.
Potatoes, potatoes. Let's call the... No, okay. I won't go there. I say tomato.
Tomato? Is that any good? Oh my God, that's a tomato.
That's good.
I'm getting there, aren't I? I tell you. Give me a few more years and I'll sound just like you.
You gotta have A at the end.
And how are we gonna make them sweaty and juicy?
How?
Salt.
Threaten them?
Threaten them? We're gonna add some salt.
We're gonna spice up the
We're
ketchup.
gonna spice it up. And, you know, our whole spice is nice, yes.
Right.
But in this instance, let's make our life easy and use a pinch of ground stuff. The only thing whole we've got is coriander seeds.
Ooh.
Because I want to leave them whole. I mean, just try one of those.
Okay.
But imagine one of those in your ketchup.
Woo! Woo!
Isn't that nice?
It's so nice.
So biting down into one of those is nice. So I'm going to leave them whole anyway.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Nutmeg. Pinch of nutmeg.
Okay. I wouldn't think to put nutmeg in there. Okay.
Pinch of allspice.
All right.
Which isn't mixed spice. Allspice is allspice.
Yeah, I know.
Allspice is a spice.
People think they took all the spices together and made a spice called all the spices spice, but it's not. Okay.
Some chili flakes, because we want it a little bit.
A little zest.
A little picante.
We need a little kick.
Some cloves. Bloody careful though with the cloves.
Yeah.
You don't want a Christmas pudding going on there, you know?
No. I've done that
or
before.
Or cough syrup either. Cinnamon. Again, careful with the cinnamon. We're not making apple pie.
Right. And you know, I never knew this, but cinnamon is actually very, very good for you.
Is it?
Yeah, it's extraordinarily good for you. Yes, it's one of those spices that helps you. It helps you lose weight.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Should we put some up in?
Yes, you put it on.
Okay, good. So give this a nice mix. Look at that. It looks rather good already, doesn't it?
It looks amazing.
We talked about sugar.
Yeah.
And we don't want too much sugar.
No.
But we do need a bit of sugar.
Yeah.
And that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
A nice bit of brown sugar.
Yeah.
Like that. You know, which actually, if you think about how many people are going to eat this, isn't very much.
No.
But you do need some sugar because we want agridulce. Say agridulce.
Agridulce. I think I said it wrong.
Sweet and sour.
Oh, okay.
Sweet and sour.
Okay.
That's what we're looking for. That's what tomato ketchup is. It's sweet and sour.
And then tell your guests this. Yes, I made this out of, how do you say it again?
Agridulce.
Agridulce. Just say,
Sweet
it doesn't even, you don't have to say it right. Just say something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It'll work, yeah.
And then everyone will go, oh, they'll be impressed. It's all about the delivery, right?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, what do we have there?
Sherry vinegar.
Oh, nice. Oh, that smells amazing.
El sabor de España.
Ah.
The flavor of Spain.
Flavor of Spain.
El sabor de España.
Use all this language while you're serving your guests.
In Spain, the vinegar. The drink sherry and the vinegar is sherry vinegar.
There you go.
Vinagre de Jerez.
So do you make this yourself?
No. I buy it in a great big box like
Nice,
that. The cheapest one I can.
You can do that too. The London chef does it. You can do it.
So just add some vinegar. Sugar, vinegar, sweet, sour.
Sweet, sour.
Give that a little bit of a mix. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of crushed tomato that we just got out of a can to sort of beef up the tomatoiness. Beautiful ketchup.
Yes.
You can put it in a few jars.
I love it. Everything is better in a mason jar. Wow, that's amazing.
Nice, huh?
Unbelievable. It's so flavorful. Wow. We have a few more tricks up our sleeve, but first, we have a story for you that will make you want to pack up your bags and go on a road trip. I am so excited about the road trip my family and I are about to take. We're going to go to California for 3 weeks. And our very own Jen Moranitz is going to be taking over the show, as well as James Green, so look for that. We have to take a quick break, but stay with us, because when we come back, London Chef is going to show us how to make caramelized onions using Salt Spring Island beer. Thank you, Kim Rock. We're here at London Chef, and now we're going to caramelize some onions, which I tell you, the smell of caramelized onions is one of my favorite kitchen smells in the world. I love it. And we're going to add some Salt Spring Island beer to this.
Salt Spring Island beer, yeah.
Which is so great. But you can grow their own hops now on Salt Spring. I love it.
Barbecue, presumably you got some beer around.
Of course you do.
And you've probably got Salt Spring Island beer.
Absolutely.
So it makes sense.
It does.
1 onion. A red onion, because I happen to have red onions.
Okay.
If I had white onions, we'd be using a white onion.
Okay. You're so particular.
It's so technical, isn't it? Cut off the top, cut off the bottom, cut it in half, and just peel off the skin. There we go, like that. Greasy onions.
Oh, we don't want greasy onions.
Don't greasy onions.
No. No salt, because we want these caramelized onions to brown, so no salt. First, we have to take a very quick break, but when we come back, more London Chef and our very own Dan Kahn hits the streets to talk to you about the hottest, latest, coolest, funniest topics. Always wildly entertaining. So stick around. Thank you, Dan Kahn. We are with Dan Hayes, the London Chef. We've been having just a true summer experience. We have made our own mayonnaise, our own ketchup, and now we're caramelizing onions and adding what now to it?
Some beer and some thyme. Thyme.
I love it.
Beer and thyme, what everyone needs. That's what everyone needs.
More of that in the summer.
Smell this.
Oh, that
No,
smells like spaghetti. It's awesome.
No, it does.
It does.
Interesting spaghetti. What brand are you buying?
You don't think that smells like
Okay, like the sauce. Okay. Okay, good. So we can just pop that in like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need to be too particular. Pour some of that in.
All right, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
And then a little bit of sugar. Again, sugar's fine because we know how much is going in.
Exactly.
And we know that it's nice sugar as well, you know?
Yeah.
And what we're going to get out of this is a slightly bitter taste in that beer, but that's rather nice. It's a nice sort of adult taste, you know?
It is.
Now that the onions are brown, we need salt. Because we need salt, we just didn't want to put it in right at the beginning. What you can do now is just turn it off.
Okay.
And pick out
the thyme.
And there are our lovely caramelized onion. Look at that mayonnaise.
Look at that.
This is going to be, I promise you, the messiest, most impossible sandwich to eat you have ever tried. If you can get a bite of that in your mouth, I will buy you lunch.
All right. I think you already did, my friend.
Ready?
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I want to thank you, Dan Hayes, once again for inspiring all of us to just cook simply using local ingredients and not sweat the small stuff. Just really enjoy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, cheers, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas or thoughts, please Facebook us, tweet us, email us. If you see us around, say hi. And we'll get these recipes up on our Facebook page. Cheers.
Ready? Cheers.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Men's Wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.